Welcome back to Inside Charlottesville, your local public affairs TV program. I'm your host, Afton Schneider, Director of Communications and Public Engagement for the city. On this episode, we'll go on the spot with City Manager Sam Sanders and Albemarle County Executive Jeff Richardson. We'll hear from our local emergency management teams regarding winter weather safety and emergency response. CPD and CFD provide safety assistance to Charlottesville students in the wake of the recent winter storm. Deputy Fire Chief William Brocious previews the upcoming CFD Strategic Plan Town Hall. We'll take you to a Climate Café on food justice held last month at the Bradbury. Justin McKenzie with Parks and Recreation discusses the city's resident garden plots. Head of Multimedia Services David Dillahunt highlights the Charlottesville Community Media Center on the downtown mall. And we'll get to know Travis Beaver with Charlottesville Area Transit.
Hello everyone. So I'm here today on the US 29 pedestrian bridge with my friend Jeff Richardson, Albemarle County Executive. And we're walking across Highway 29. One of the areas has been a significant issue in that people have tried to cross this road and it's a lot of traffic, but this pedestrian bridge makes it safe. Jeff, what do you think about this bridge?
I love this bridge. You know, it's a metaphor though about the connectivity that exists between the city and the county.
Right.
We're walking across this bridge in a safe way. That used to not be the case. But you know, this really is a good representation of the work that we do every day between the city and the county and key partners in our region.
Yeah, and I think what's important for us in this moment is that this is the result of true collaboration. VDOT built this bridge. It connects the city and the county. And part of what we like to try to make sure we get that message out is that we all work together on a regular basis. And even when it gets tough, we always find a way to come back and work it out.
Our community expects us to work together as a city and a county with an emphasis on safety, public safety. We do that in a number of ways. Our police, our fire, our emergency management. I can't be more proud of the people that work in those areas, and they work well with the city works well with us, and it's all with a focus on community safety.
We bring it together and we make sure that we can serve all of our community well. So it really does feel good to be able to say that I can lean on you as a partner, and I hope you feel the same about me.
I do, and I mean, it's also about transportation, it's also about housing. It's some of the biggest opportunities, some of the biggest problems we've got in our community. Citizens that move across the community, oftentimes they pay no attention. Am I in the city or am I in the county?
Yep.
They just want to have good services and they want to have a good quality of life.
That's right, and we really spend a lot of time working on that, talking with our various boards and county, the county board of supervisors, city council, just making sure that we connect and talk on a regular basis.
Sam and I don't have to be in the room for things to go well. In fact, if we have clear leadership intent with our people that we expect them to work together, if we get out of the way, it's going to go well. But as Sam said, our elected officials, they set the tone. They really do. And so as a part of that, our mayor and our chair, they meet on a monthly basis. They talk about things that are top of mind. And then Sam and I get involved when it's appropriate.
And then we meet as well on our own just to make sure that we're connecting on things, working through various issues and making sure that we don't surprise one another, as well as we can come together and work on things that we may not have even thought about before.
Absolutely. I couldn't be more proud of this community and the working relationship that the city and the county have, as well as key partners, the Department of Transportation, the state, the feds. It's a great community and I'm proud to be a part of it.
We're all in this together, that's what it takes. So one of the great things that we are able to collaborate on is our Parks and Recreation. We have various services that are available actually in the city that the county may not have, but residents from the county can still take part in. We have shared facilities that we own together, and those things are made available like Garden Tile Park, Ivy.
We're able to partner on libraries. We're able to partner on emergency management work through emergency communications. That's where we jointly house emergency 911. So the bottom line is that when we can figure out, courts is another example, when we can figure out what can we do together and pool our resources, it means our resources go further.
That's right.
More
things get done, we're more efficient in getting those things done. We can actually innovate because we actually have more capacity.
Absolutely.
So a good example of how we're benefiting the community through our collaboration would be through CARTA. That's the Charlottesville Albemarle Regional Transit Authority. This is a recently set up opportunity for us to work together. The city operates the transit system, but we actually service the county through partnership, through agreement. We share expenses in regards to how those services are made available to the public, but we're now actually trying to take it a step further. We want to be more of a regional transit system. So that's one of those ways that we can actually work together to serve both of our communities.
We want to have good public transportation that is affordable in our community, but as a city and the county, public transportation is really expensive. So we've got to collaborate and really strategize in the long term as to how do we afford this, who are our key partners, and then how can we move this forward? And we need the state's help in able to do that.
Right. And the goal is just to make sure that the system is as good as we can possibly make it so that it's a reliable service. It's just readily available for people to be able to get to work, get to church, get to school, get to doctor's appointments, and to the grocery store. So we will continue to work on that, and we're very excited about what the opportunities may hold in that space.
We also need to take a second really to talk about the economic vibrancy. I mean, we've talked about public safety, we've talked about transportation, we've mentioned housing, but we've also got to mention that we need good jobs in this community for people to go to work and make a really good wage so they can afford to live here. Our work at Ravenna Futures with the industry and the collaboration with the state, the federal government, but it's also the city. Mm-hmm. We're collaborating with the city in a way to where we know that it's as important for the city as it is for the county for us to attract and retain good jobs.
That's right. And we always want to make sure that even though this is very much centered in the county and that's the location of this big opportunity, those folks are going to frequent city businesses. They might live in the city. They're definitely going to come to the downtown mall, because who doesn't? Those are all important factors for me. So it's important for me to stay up on that conversation, to be a part of that conversation, because this is a part of the features of what makes this a great place to live.
We plan to the reasonable worst case scenario, which is what you should do at home as well. So there's what we expect to see in the forecast, but then there's also what could happen. And so we need to be prepared for what might happen. There's a lot of collaboration that happens from the ground level on up. We have been on, I don't know, I can't count how many phone calls and text messages, and we have emergency management systems set up to collaborate and talk with each other, make sure that we're planning on the same page, sharing resources if we need to, and in the end, just making sure that we're ready to keep the community safe. This is not your average snowstorm, so this is going to be a significant storm, so we need folks to prepare in that way. We talk all the time about making sure you have a plan in your home with your family. We say build an emergency kit and be informed by getting our emergency notification, signing up for that. I've got my Keep Calm and Carry On sweater on. We need everybody to stay at home, be prepared, stay off the roads and be safe. We worry a little that, about access and timing of getting to people. It's, there will be extended response times. There will be potential access issues. And so not just because of the potential for power outages, but because of the potential for a delay in the emergency response system. We're all out there, we're upstaffed, we have extra people on. The community can rest assured we're very well staffed and prepared to tackle this, but depending on conditions and other limitations, it might just take us a little longer, and we'll get there as soon as we can. Big shout out to the public works staff that are going to be out there around the clock in the city, taking care of the roads and clearing the roads. Obviously, it's going to take them a little bit of time as we work through the primary roads and secondary roads, and there's information available online about if you want to know when was the last time plow has gone through my neighborhood. You can find that information out online at charlottesville.gov. Preparing your house, I think, and your property, whether you own or rent, to reduce the vulnerability of it. So for example, myself, yesterday I closed all the vents that are in my crawl space so that air couldn't get into my crawl space. I was concerned about one of my pipes, so I wrapped it in insulation, extra insulation. Sometimes we have to get pretty down in the weeds and do that for ourselves to make sure that we're, for us, so that we don't have to worry about our homes. And I would say the same is true for the community. If there are things that you need to do, assess your family's needs, your household needs, and try to think, okay, if I can't do it this way, just that constant contingency planning, like what are my alternatives? Once you have your family prepared and in order, then reach out to your neighbors. If other folks are going to need some help or live alone or have special needs, then please
this is the time for the community to come together and help each other out. And we're going to be here in terms of 911. We will always have that system, but that system is going to be challenged. So we need you all to help each other in those moments.
Our city recently came together to make sure students got back to school safely. Following the winter storm that brought heavy snowfall, thick ice, and hazardous walking conditions, the city tasked the police and fire departments with a joint safety operation. Police officers and firefighters were deployed to key bus stops across the city, helping children safely navigate icy sidewalks and crosswalks as they walked to school and boarded their buses. Personnel assisted students with footing on slick surfaces, monitored traffic at crossings, and ensured buses could load safely despite the challenging conditions. The goal was simple: prevent slips, falls, and accidents, and give families peace of mind after severe winter weather. Thanks to the coordinated efforts of police, fire, school officials, and community partners, students were able to return to school safely. This operation reflects our city's continued commitment to protecting our kids, especially when conditions are at their most challenging.
All right, folks, I'm on the spot here with our Deputy Chief, Will Brocious, with the Charlottesville Fire Department. Will, I hear we have a town hall coming up soon. Tell us a little bit more about what that is and why we're having to do that.
Yeah, so our town hall basically is inviting community members out to talk with the fire department. We want to tell you what we do as a fire service, but we also want to hear back from you. What's your expectations? What do you expect from the fire department? What can we do better? And what other services would you like to see us provide?
Okay, and that's a part of our accreditation process. So accreditation means what to the public?
Yeah, so our accreditation process is basically continuous improvement. And so what does that mean? That means we want to continuously get better for the community. But not only do we want to get better for the community, we want to get better with the community.
Okay, and that's very important in that the city wants to make sure that our team is up on best practices, that we're able to serve you well. We can continue to get to you when you need us, and hope that we can continue to make sure that this is a safe place for all of Charlottesville. So Will, when people actually come to City Space for this town hall, what is it they might experience?
Well, number one is dialogue, having a conversation with the fire department, again, about the services we provide. But more importantly, local food. So we're looking to partner with a couple local establishments to feed some folks. So you can come, talk, and eat. And who doesn't like to do both of those things?
Well, there you go. There's a reason for you to come out, be a part of that actual activity, and the goal will be to help make sure that our fire department hears from you.
I'm Cecile Gorham, and I'm on the board of Market Central. And Market Central sponsors and operates the Farmers Market at Ix. And we are a part of the
Climate Resilience
Cohort.
I'm Jamie Powers. I'm the Climate Action Program Manager for the County of Albemarle. And we've been working closely with the City of Charlottesville and the University of Virginia on helping to facilitate this Climate Resilience Cohort, which is a way of making sure that as we plan to adapt to this changing climate and become the resilient community we want to be, that those community members that have been marginalized over decades have a direct voice in that planning. And so the county, the city, UVA have been working directly with nonprofits such as Market Central to reach some of these folks that otherwise are not being reached in other planning efforts.
At both markets, City Market and Farmers Market at Ix, we have a SNAP program so that people using SNAP can come get produce from the farmers markets with their SNAP benefits, and they get matched with Virginia Fresh Match, which means that for an equal value of SNAP, they get free fruits and vegetables. And so we're promoting that program to make sure that people understand that local food can be equitable and accessible to everybody.
One of the things that's so exciting about all these organizations working together, in addition to Market Central, Cultivate, Seaville, IRC's New Root Farms, LEAP has been involved, the Local Energy Alliance program. They're all thinking about this food ecosystem. So like, how is the food being grown in a way that's going to help us be more resilient and adapt to climate change? How is food transported and made accessible through market opportunities like what Market Central focuses on, so that everybody has equitable access to foods being grown locally here, and we're supporting each other as community members. What's great about what these organizations are doing is they're bringing all these things and showing how they're all connected.
Hello everyone, we are in the Parks and Rec office and I have Justin from the city's Parks and Rec team here. Hey Justin.
Hey, how are you doing?
How are you?
I'm good.
So we're going to talk about gardens today.
Yeah.
So I understand that we have garden plots all over the city. Where are they and why do we have garden plots in the city?
Yeah, we have 4 garden sites across the city, 127 approximately plots available. And we have these gardens available so that people can engage with their community, engage in a healthy lifestyle, and grow their own food.
So it's a way for them to help make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too cold to be, it's too cold for me, but it's too cold to be outside putting your hands in dirt and all that.
Yeah.
Or is it? Like, what do we do now?
So what people are doing right now is covering their crops so that we can reduce the amount of weeds that are going to pop up in the spring. The season doesn't start until March 1st, so any new gardeners won't be able to begin work until March 1st.
Great. And then this is part of the city servicing the community. That's just another way for us to provide that opportunity. So we did a survey recently. What did we learn in the survey as it relates to gardening?
Yeah, sure. So we did a survey of our gardeners themselves, just trying to figure out which policies are going to work best for them and how we can adapt into the future. Right now we also have a public survey to try to find out exactly how many people are even aware that we offer garden plots. We want to know if we are offering it enough or if we need to expand the program.
So if you have a green thumb and you're interested in a garden plot, Parks and Rec is here to serve you. So we just ask that you reach out to us and Justin will take care of you.
Thank you so much.
The Charlottesville Community Media Center is a veritable hub of digital video production, skills training, and workforce development, all in one convenient location. Any member of the community can sign up for an annual membership and gain access to this wealth of resources. It's a real opportunity for citizens to get more engaged with the community and share their own personal story on topics that matter most. Then we deliver that story to the area on cable television and to a global audience on social media platforms. You know, the city of Charlottesville has needed a community media center for quite some time, and we're excited to offer these resources to every resident of the city and surrounding counties. Just stop by the Charlottesville Community Media Center. We're located in the Shops at York Place on the historic downtown mall. You can come in, say hi to me, take a tour of the studio, and learn how we can help you share your message with the community and beyond. Visit us online at cvillemedia.org or give us a call at 977-0713. We hope to see you soon.
My name is Travis Beaver. I'm a transit operator for Charlottesville Area Transit. I think it's mainly I can provide a non-transactional service to people. You know, I can give anybody the opportunity to get anywhere they need to go within the city. Anyone can ride however they need to ride, wherever they need to go, whether it's to get to work, meet somebody for lunch, go to a friend's house. Yeah, just they're able to get where they need to go. The consistent service that's provided, you can almost guarantee it. We're following on our schedule to a T. So if you know what the schedules are running are, you know we're going to be on time. And So if you know I got to be at a doctor's appointment at 3 o'clock, you know that bus is going to get you there by that time. Honestly, what attracted me there is just the mass variety of different cultures and people that are here. There's so many different walks of life from so many different areas of the world that all seem to congregate here. So you can meet people of every sort of background, and you'll fit in anywhere you go with anybody you really go around. Probably the funnest fact about me is I'm a musician. I can play basically any instrument you put in my hand. You know, the guitar, piano, bass, drums, violin, trumpet. So yeah, I'm kind of a polyglot when it comes to being able to play music.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Inside Charlottesville. I'm your host, Afton Schneider. See you next month.